Travel at low cost with points and miles. Credit card rewards bring the smiles. Many adventures, tales to be told. Make and save money, the world will unfold. Fight the war on happiness, pick up the gold. The Gurdy Travel Podcast breaks the mold.
You're listening to the Hurdy Travel Podcast. I'm your host, Justin Vacula, here to help you make money, save money, and travel the world at next to no cost with credit card points, miles, benefits, and loyalty programs. Big news in travel rewards today. Rove bookings are now a way to earn hotel points and elite qualifying nights in addition to gaining flexible Rove Miles. Carissa Rawson from Rove joins me to discuss their new loyalty eligible feature. Visit meetup.com/Philly miles and points to RSVP for monthly Greater Philadelphia travel. Credit miles and points meetups I host in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania. The next meetups are October 19th and December 21st, 2025. Find a link in the show notes. For more content between episodes, follow Hurdy Travel Podcast on Facebook and X. Follow Justin Vacula on Instagram. Subscribe to Hurdy Travel Podcast on YouTube for daily content, including travel videos, podcast clips, and posts. Find more information, including select episode transcripts, at hurdytravel.com. On with today's episode, recorded October 13th, 2025. Welcome back to the show, Carissa Rawson.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
And another announcement. We've had you on the show several times for Rove and one time before that, but now you have a new announcement.
I know I can't help myself. I am very excited about this. We are launching a feature called Loyalty Eligible. And the way that it works is that from now on, when you're booking hotels with Rove, which is one of the things you can do, you can choose to have a preferred Rove rate and get like however X many miles per dollar spent, or you can choose to do loyalty eligible, which means that you'll still earn Rove miles and you'll also be able to earn your hotel points, enjoy your elite status benefits, and get your elite net credits in addition to your Rove miles. So it's a direct booking feature that we are offering.
Nice. So people can make their way to Hyatt Globalist, Hilton Diamond, and other statuses in addition to earning through the Rove portal.
Correct.
And for those that might not know or miss previous episodes, a quick description of Rove.
Rove is a platform that allows you to earn flexible rewards like travel points in a couple of different ways. So you can do so by booking travel. We have hotels on our platform and we have flights on our platform. We also have an online shopping section of our portal, which has almost 13,000 stores on it. So those are the three main ways that you can earn Rove miles right now. You can then transfer those out to 12 different hotel and airline partners with more on the way. Or you can choose to redeem them within Rove's platform for flights or hotels.
Nice. So back to the loyalty eligible. How would we know if a hotel is loyalty eligible when we're using the Rove portal?
So we've sought to make this as clear as possible. And that's actually at the heart of everything that Rove does is clear, concise, to the point. So basically when you're on Rove's website, you have a little hotel section, you type in your search, it populates your search results. And there is a filter on the left-hand side. We've got plenty of different filters and with a little toggle on there that says show loyalty eligible properties only. So you can click that toggle and it'll filter out any other boutique properties or anything that does not have loyalty eligible. At this point, we have, I want to say 10 programs, hotel loyalty programs that we are supporting. And so those, and then of course it's going to depend on where you're staying, but then it'll filter out and it'll show only the ones that have loyalty eligible benefits. You select a hotel from those search results. And then on that page for each specific hotel, you'll see Rove's rate, however X many miles per dollar you get. And you'll also see the loyalty eligible rate.
Nice. So I imagine a use case for this would be if there were a low cash rate for a property, or maybe you didn't have points to book, you were to see something like a Hyatt Place, and maybe directly through the Hyatt app, the Hyatt Place might be something like $125 a night, but you open the Rove portal, you compare it through Rove, and maybe you find a lower rate, or you're getting a very good bonus for booking the property. So both ways would be loyalty eligible, but there could be cases to book through the Rove portal instead of directly using the Hyatt app, for example.
Yeah, it's always going to make more sense now to book with Rove because the cash rate is going to be the same price on Hyatt as on Rove. Yeah, so we're not inflating the prices. So you're basically just earning extra Rove miles in addition to your Hyatt points. You make a good point, actually. If you don't have, for example, a lot of Hyatt points or you're trying to earn Hyatt points, but you do have a stash of Rove miles, because when you redeem your Rove miles, for example, from a Hyatt place that's loyalty eligible, that is considered a revenue booking by the hotel. So you're still going to be earning like Hyatt points for that, which would be nice. So you're doing a loyalty eligible. You're still minimizing your out-of-pocket cost by redeeming points. And you're also building your stash in another way while you do it.
And we might even find some overseas cases, like Hyatt Place Poland was a really nice property that I was at, and many have commented and said that the Hyatt Place overseas, the one in Krakow or Krakow, Poland, was a lot nicer than the ones they had seen stateside. So will this also apply for international bookings?
Yes, it does. Offering like transferable rewards for hotel bookings is not 100% new. For example, Amex, American Express Fine Hotels and Resorts, also allows you to earn, for example, Marriott Bonvoy points when you book a Marriott Bonvoy hotel through their platform. The difference is that Amex limits it to really luxurious hotels, right? It's fine hotels and resorts. And it's either very expensive or it's very limited in where you can go. Like you're not going to find it in Cleveland, for example. We are not doing that. If it is on Hyatt's website and it is bookable at all, we're going to offer it as loyalty eligible. So yeah, we've got tens of thousands of properties all over the world from all these different chains that you can now earn and redeem your hotel points with.
Nice. And we're recording October 13th, 2025. So we're getting towards the end of the year. So people will be looking for those elite qualifying nights. So this can be a good option to help them, as Rove is offering a decent rebate in the Rove miles in addition to these loyalty eligible properties.
For launch until October 31st, we have a promotion going on where we are offering double Rove miles on all your hotel bookings, like your loyalty eligible hotel bookings. So generally it's a flat 5x Rove miles plus with hotel points plus your credit card points. Your October 31st, it's 10x Rove miles plus your hotel points plus your credit card points. When you think about the way that you're earning miles in any other circumstance, we blow them out of the water. The fact that we're transferable one-to-one to all of those airline partners, it's really something special. Yeah.
Nice. We've mentioned Hyatt because I imagine that's a fan favorite. Personally, I really like the Hyatt program. I know many listeners are a fan and they have the Hyatt Globalist status. But what are some other participating programs for this loyalty eligible?
So we also have Hilton, we have Marriott, we have Choice Privileges, Best Western, Wyndham, sorry, I wish it was Wynn, and IHG. Those are the ones I can think of right off the bat. And as we go, we'll be adding in more, but we wanted to make sure that for the launch, we hit all of the biggest brands first.
It's a good start. Then people might not automatically get status through a credit card, or they'll need a combination of credit card spend plus actual stayed nights. So I think a good opportunity for people here.
Yeah, definitely.
And what percentage of available bookings offered through Rove might be loyalty eligible? And is that number scheduled to grow?
Yeah, so we're not limiting it in any way. Like I said, like with Amex I think Chase is that it also allows you to do that and built home away. But again, those are all just very limited in terms of scope. We're offering basically if it's on Hyatt, if it's on Hilton, if it's on Marriott, it's going to be bookable with Rove. And yeah, of course, the numbers are going to increase because hotel portfolios continue to increase. So as new hotels are opened and added to Hyatt's platform, it's also going to be added to our platform and become loyalty eligible.
And how do people add their loyalty numbers for these extra credits?
So it's going to be during the checkout process. You can enter your number in there.
Oh, so very easy. They don't have to add it to their Rove profile, anything like that?
No, it's just right in there.
And before we were chatting, this, you said, shows up in the program's app. So if you were to book something like a Hyatt Place, after the booking, you can refresh your Hyatt app and it should show in there?
Yep, instantly.
That's nice. So you know that the credit will be there and everything should be good.
You're not questioning whether or not we've tracked it or anything like that. Shows up your name, your info. It is a direct.
So the hotels will see the loyalty eligible stay as well, since it's showing up in their respective app, correct?
Correct.
And if not, for some reason, what might be the service recovery or the fix for people?
So the odds of that happening, I can't say never because we know how travel goes. The odds of that happening are basically zero, nearing zero. But if someone did end up having an issue where they were denied benefits for whatever reason, then Rove would make sure to make it right. We've done quite a few different things in the past. If we need to walk you to a better hotel, get you a suite, deliver a bottle of wine, give you a bunch of extra miles, like we're really committed to making sure that you have a good experience out of something that was subpar.
Good. That sounds nice. And they could contact you or contact Rove. You have the customer service options through the Rove website.
Yes, we do.
If someone uses a co-branded hotel card, would the transaction trigger a hotel category bonus, like a bonus for booking with Hilton, booking with Hyatt, and so on?
Version 1 of our launch for loyalty eligible includes Rove as the merchant of record. We are 7011. That is our merchant code, which is hotels and lodging. What that means is that for version 1 specifically, you'll want to use a credit card that maximizes hotels. So that would be something like the City Strata Premier, the American Express Green Card, or even the Chase Sapphire Reserve has been confirmed to code as 4X for direct booking with hotels. Version 2, which we hope to get out before too long, you'll see the hotel as a merchant record. So something like the Hilton Honors American Express Aspire card would be beneficial because you'll be getting that 1427 million X back by charging the Hilton charge to your Aspire card. But that is not in version 1.
Might there be a workaround at the property? So say if you were to book this with a City Strata Premier online, but then you were to use maybe an Aspire card in person and then make room charges to that, might that remedy that?
Yes. Any room charges, yeah, if you use that for obviously any sort of incidentals, yeah, and then those would, of course, would code in that way. If you want to be the DP, if you want to be the data point who sees if we can change the booking once you get to the hotel or the card you paid with, I would assume it's probably not possible right now, but I would like to see you be the data point and tell us.
All right, the points and miles future, we'll see.
Yeah.
Give us a shot, Hilton
Yeah.
or Hyatt or these other programs. But of course, as usual, the answer to everything is more credit cards. So if you have one of those cards, the bonus is general travel, general hotels, then that's a good remedy rather than just getting unbonused to spend potentially.
Yeah.
Might there be any concern about splitting between loyalty eligible and non-loyalty eligible? Or might the dates all be open as all loyalty eligible?
So when you're looking on Rove's website and you're filtering it in that way, anything that shows up is going to be loyalty eligible. If you're attempting to combine a stay that is loyalty eligible with one that is not, I'm going to say your miles will vary. Your mileage may vary in the same way that it varies every time you book through an OTA. So they may be more inclined, for example, if you start with a loyalty eligible rate and then halfway through your stay, you switch to the Rove rate in order to earn more miles, they might fat finger it and give you all of the credit. It just depends on how much risk you're willing to tolerate in order to see if that works.
Yes, it could be the case that people want to use Hilton credits, the Business Platinum card, Hilton Surpass cards. They would do multiple bookings.
Well, that would be fine.
And yeah, maybe that would work.
Yeah, that would be fine because it's still all considered loyalty eligible and direct bookings. I thought you were saying like if you wanted to use the Rove rate because, for example, the commission that we get, which is how Rove is passing on the miles that you earn, the commission that we get when we're doing loyalty eligible benefits decreases. So you'll basically almost always get more Rove miles per dollar spent without doing a loyalty eligible rate. And sometimes it's not a huge difference, but sometimes it's really big. So if you're looking really to maximize how many Rove miles you're earning, you may want to do the Rove rate for part of your stay and the loyalty eligible for the other part. I thought that was what you were referencing. And in that case, I would not assume that the one where I was doing the Rove rate does in fact count for loyalty eligible just because I had a back-to-back stay.
Yes, there could be different scenarios, and some of these I've had to check in, check out at the front desk, or, oh, this will only be for this part of the stay, but not your whole time here. So best to clarify with the desk agents and be aware of what applies and what might not.
Yeah, definitely.
And might the loyalty eligible stays booked through Rove count toward brand specific promotions like double nights or bonus points?
Yes, they should. In things like Hyatt's Brand Explorer, they should all count because again, it is considered a direct booking.
I received a Wyndham email recently that was stay 2 nights with us, get bonus points.
I don't know.
How about something like that?
Yes. I think you should wait until tomorrow and then do that.
We're recording on the 13th.
Yeah, I know.
Benefit goes live on the 14th. Is that right?
Yeah.
The time traveling podcast
No,
listeners out
October
there.
15th is when you should book that.
And before the 31st, because they're getting the 2x mile, the double miles.
Double miles.
double on the other X's. So as usual, America loves math. Not just 2X, but double what usually is offered.
Correct.
Lots of numbers, always fun.
Yeah.
And might airlines be eligible for this, or might this always have been a feature?
It's interesting because it's interesting that airlines have not exerted the same pressure that hotels have done when it comes to booking through third parties. So, the way that hotels force you to book through their platform, first they try it with the carrot, which is to say they'll give you the same rate, like a price match guarantee. And then they do it with the stick, which is to say you won't get your late night benefits and your credits and things like that if you don't book directly with us. And they've done that for a very long time. It's interesting that or airlines have never done that. You can always book through Rove and get your United miles and your benefits and things like that. And that's not going to change, right? So you can always earn between 1x to 10x Rove miles on your flights. It's a flat 1x. If you don't want to boost, you can get up to 10x on your flights, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, that's always an option.
So prior to this, the hotels were more guarded, or what might you think?
It's just because the reason that the hotels do this is because they lose a lot of money in commission to third party booking agencies. Like Rove has previously been considered third party, just like Expedia and Priceline. So it behooves them to force you to stay on their platform so they don't have to share their cut of the money with Expedia, et cetera.
So what has changed?
It's just a difference in the commission.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
now they want to play ball.
Yeah.
But give us some first.
And enough of the carrot.
And I think if anyone is still listening who doesn't have credit cards, I think this can be a great opportunity for people using debit cards. Maybe they're not responsible with credit. They stay away for whatever reason. But this is a good way to earn loyalty rewards and participate in travel loyalty.
What's really good about that? Do you know Dave Ramsey? I had
Rave Damsey? Never heard of the guy.
Oh, yeah. Who knows? Yeah, it is actually, that's interesting that you should bring that up because we're talking about that today, about the fact that anybody with a debit card can now have complete access to transferable rewards and in a way that they previously wouldn't have.
Interesting. It'd be cool to see in the future if Rove partnered with some sort of debit card. There's no partnership at the moment, right?
No, it would be problematic because one of the reasons that we're able to build such a strong transfer partner base is because we don't have any sort of credit card issuer. So for example, programs like United and Delta and I don't think American, but they've got events where you couldn't have United as a partner because they've got a Chase co-brand. So if we were to open it, I would assume this would apply to debit cards as well. But if we were to have a credit card or a debit card associated with us, we'd probably fall afoul of those exclusivity agreements.
Or there would be a massive bidding war and we could see who wins.
Yeah.
But I have seen various rewarding debit cards. There is recently a Wyndham debit card, a Southwest debit card, I believe, and there was a Delta one, but I think that the Delta card is being discontinued.
I didn't know that. I know there's also the Amex one, which I have.
The business debit card?
Business rewards checking or something like that.
Yes, half MR or 1 MR membership reward for $2 spent because America still loves math.
Yeah. You know how many times I've used it?
Yeah. For the cases where you can't use a credit card on something, I think that can be interesting. And then, of course, there's the Discover debit card where you get 1% cash back up to $3,000 spend per month.
That's more than zero.
More than zero, for sure. A listener was asking, hey, what are some debit cards that I can use? Because they were rebuilding credit, so they were looking at some debit card options. I noticed the PayPal debit card that's also out there, which gives you 5% on certain categories.
That's actually not bad.
Something there. Yeah, not bad at all.
Even a secured credit card might be a good option. Capital One, I believe, has a version of a venture card that is secured and still earns rewards.
All right. Any other credit card options that you might have for people using the Rove portal? You mentioned the Citi Strata Premier, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, other options?
Yeah, the American Express Green Card is another good one. Any sort of general travel is good. Any that are rewarding hotels, those are really going to be your top options for maximizing because of the way that we code. That's really it. I'm trying to think who else. Capital One Venture, I hesitate to say it is 2x, but if you're giving up an X like you would with the Citi Strata Premier, which gives you 3x, but if you have it already, fine.
And not bad.
Yeah, could be worse.
And of course, working toward a sign-up bonus. If someone's going to be working on a sign-up bonus, if you think you couldn't get the spend in, and you're okay with giving up an X or 2X versus a category, it might be a good option. But generally, I don't want to give up those bonus categories, especially when they're higher. But for some people, maybe just getting into the game, they don't have a lot of creative spending that can make sense.
And that's actually something that's a good point, actually. So we have recently added the ability to make every one of your hotel bookings non-refundable. So previously it was only available on select like rates within each hotel. But now during the checkout process, there's a toggle that you can flip on to make your booking non-refundable. So that means that every single time you book a hotel with us, you can choose to make it non-refundable and get your miles instantly. For example, if you were trying to meet a sign-up bonus for Amex, which posts really quickly once you hit your threshold, your spending threshold, and you book a $3,000 hotel stay, because that's how much you need to spend on Rove, and then you make it non-refundable, you immediately get your Rove Miles, and then you immediately get your Amex points, and you've got your whole vacation, boom, done.
So some good options there. And let's talk about some upcoming events, because you and I are going to be on this circuit. We have Zork Fest 2025 coming up in Las Vegas, December 5th through the 7th at M Resort Casino Hotel. Buy your ticket at zorkfest.travelzork.com for an event combining miles, points, and gambling. You'll be there, correct?
Yep, I'll be there talking about probably. I'm pretty sure I'll be talking about Rove. I got a couple different things.
Promoting the CVS Care Pass or Extra Care Plus program.
I'm gonna give everyone a swag, but it's just gonna be one really long receipt paper.
Yes,
Well,
we've all used our $10 benefit. So
Yeah.
here, have some dental picks or floss
Yep.
free for attendees.
Yeah.
And we also have Chicago Seminars, Hyatt Regency O'Hare.
Yep.
November 7th through the 9th.
Yep.
You'll be there as well?
Yep. I am actually going to be speaking as well.
So I have the promo code Gurdy. You can use that when buying a ticket to support the show. And we have October 24th through the 26th, 2025, Chicago Seminars Holiday in Chicago, Oakbrook.
Will not be attending that one. I had previously planned on going, but I have to go to a work event in Amsterdam instead.
The travel hacker's dilemma strikes again. Travel interfering with other travel.
That's exactly what happened. Yep.
Yes. But if you were going, you can always use my co-host Darren's favorite promo code. I must have a promo code 20 for $20 off tickets. And this episode is also supported by CardPointers. If you have multiple credit cards like me, CardPointers helps you automatically activate bank offers and tells you which card to use for maximum rewards. Use my link cardpointers.com/hurdygurdytravel for a discount on annual and lifetime plans. And we have a new announcement here, Frequent Traveler University FTU Dallas event. It's in Irving, Texas, just outside of Dallas, May 1st through the 3rd, 2026. We're well ahead of schedule on this one, folks. At the Nilo Las Colinas Hotel by Hilton. Hopefully I didn't botch that. Do you think that's good pronunciation?
Honestly, sounds good to me.
Okay, we'll go with it. Join me and community members for social events and educational sessions. And you are also confirmed as a speaker, right?
Yep, I'm going to be there.
And ticket sales are now live with an early bird discount, $200 for FTU members and $249 for non-members. You can become an annual member for online courses, seminars, member perks, event discounts, and more. The sign-up link for membership and FTU Dallas is in the show notes. I'm a part of the Frequent Traveler Education Foundation board, and you can use my link to support the show and my content, happily promoting Frequent Traveler University. Book your tickets early, get the early bird discount.
Awesome.
All right. Back to the show here, recording with Carissa Rawson of Rove, talking about the new promotion offering double the rewards and loyalty eligible bookings on hotel stays. So we talked about the current promotion. What do you think is to come? What might the future of Rove look like?
Rove has only been around since April. Okay. So in terms of a company, we are in our infancy. But since launching, Rove has acquired 12 transfer partners. We have added 9,000 stores to our shopping portal for a total of, like I said, almost 13,000. We're launching loyalty eligible. We have an app coming. We just have this absolutely phenomenal team with just like bowling straight ahead with growth. So we have a lot of different things that are in the pipeline. Like I said, the app will hopefully be coming out pretty soon. We've got loyalty eligible company coming. We have new transfer partners already agreed on the horizon. I know that there are a few that are going to be super, super exciting. Like I've said in the past, Rove was built by points and miles people, and you can tell in who we choose to be our partners. We also have some other sort of things that are going to be coming up, but some things like a program that may compete with Amex FHR. We've gotten a lot of feedback where, for example, luxury travel advisors are saying we have a lot of Hyatt Privé bookings and things like that. And our customers are wanting to have those sorts of luxury level benefits. Can you make it happen? Stuff like that. We have these sorts of things coming up, which are card linked offers, which is really cool, where once you add your card to your Rove wallet, when you go shopping, whether you're in person or online, or when you dine, your miles are automatically added to your Rove balance. You don't have to activate anything. And that's pretty cool. So there's nobody who offers the ability to do it without activation. So for example, Capital One will let you do it, but you have to add it to your wallet in Capital One, and then it's only good for a couple of days, whatever. So we have that coming up. We are toying with a couple of other things, maybe a program where those who earn a lot of Rove Miles in a year can access special benefits, like special transfer bonuses, things like that. We do have 2 transfer bonuses that are going on right now. We have a 20% to Flying Blue through October 22nd, and we have a 20% to Finnair through December 31st. And if anybody doesn't know, Finnair is part of the Avios program, and those are all easily exchanged between each other. So Finnair actually also equals British Airways and Iberia and Aer Lingus and Qatar Airways. That's all of them. We got a lot going on.
Nice. So the wins continue. Lots of changes with Rove, lots of added features, responding to some listener feedback as this continues to be the for us, by us program. There was that old brand, maybe still active, FUBU. So I think of Rove as that.
Honestly, I feel, and I know I've said this in past episodes, but when I realized what Rove was, I hopped over to LinkedIn as quickly as possible. And I was like, please let me join. I love this tool. I love the fact that you guys are willing to listen. I love everything about it. So yeah, I feel very fortunate that I was able to join the team, and that, we get to build a product that's genuinely useful to all of us.
Lots of things happening. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And the transfer partners, maybe more coming, as you said, and a lot of existing transfer partners. So that's really nice.
Yeah, we've got some really good ones. We even have ones that you don't see with other partners or other programs like Amex, Citi, Capital One, Chase. We've got Air India, we've got Hainan Airlines, we've got Vietnam Airlines, and we have Thai Airways. And those are all unique among the big Points and Miles people.
And some in-person events you've been planning and doing, correct?
Yeah. So we have our first meetup in New York, which I moved to this week for Rove. I did move to Manhattan, by the way. So we have our very first meetup scheduled for October 18th at Mr. Paradise. It is a Resi restaurant, or I guess. So everybody can use their Resi credits because I am aware of our audience. So yeah, so that's I believe it starts at 6:00, and that's based off of our Facebook group. So if anybody wants to go to that or have an invite, we are Rove Insiders on Facebook, and then the meetup is on the 18th. And Justin, I'm going to pressure you and say you have to come.
I think the travel hacker's dilemma is striking again because I'm hosting an event on the 19th.
And the problem is I have to go to Amsterdam on the 19th. So
once again, lots of travel. I posted this meme. It was like, the book club wasn't getting many people today because people were still reading the book. The procrastinators club, maybe they'll go to the next one. That's how it sees a Points and Miles. All these things happening and travel interfering with other travel related things.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I'll talk about this in a future episode, but it was interesting. This article came in the New York Times about, they called it credit card churning. And there were people in the comments that were saying, instead of chasing deals, why don't you find community and purpose? And time again, I've met so many people through this hobby. I've had a lot of fun and have found purpose and meaning through travel. So it's very odd, the critics of that.
All of my life, all I ever wanted to do was travel, and to have found a community and a way to do it that doesn't require me to be ultra rich, there's bound to be jealousy. I'm surprised sometimes at the vehemency with which we're treated, but I assume it's just jealousy.
Yeah, it's strange because they frame it as some sort of class issue. And we've heard this from our friend Dave Ramsey that, you're taking money from people that can't afford to pay groceries, this and that, and feel bad, and all these odd criticisms. So the New York Times readers might be somewhat in that camp, although on the opposite side of the coin. And I think this has allowed us to transcend those thought of limitations, people thinking that travel is for these ultra wealthy people and, oh, you need to be retired and have all the savings to go on cruises. And I've gone on 7 cruises this year, paying next to no cost. And I've declined some offers because it's just been too much travel. In my mind, I didn't think that would happen.
Yeah, I still find that I find that daily. My sister and I went to Hawaii a year ago, and we did a Hilton timeshare presentation. And when she heard that we were going, she got really upset. And she said, the reason I've never gone to Hawaii is because it's just so expensive. I can't believe you're going. We're flying out there. Okay, it's $200 round trip per person, Southwest from California or Alaska. And then it's $349 for 5 nights in Hawaii. That's sure, there is a subset of people for whom that would be, they would be classed out of that. But as far as vacations go, that's a really cheap vacation. And it's not at all this reflective of the sort of Hawaii's unobtainable. It's something that you'll never get to do. It's so expensive. It's not. And it's just lack of education.
Yes, and people talking about things being once in a lifetime, but I've joked about having multiple lifetimes with
Yeah,
travel because of this hobby.
absolutely.
And now Rove making that happen for people as well, giving them good reasons to book through the portal, save on travel, or at least get a big rebate after they book with already rates that are low.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's it. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and once again, your Rove meetup in New York, that's October 18th. So we're recording on the 13th, not much time in between, but for people who listen early,
Yeah, if anybody
they
wants,
might come.
yeah, Mr. Paradise. Again, it's the Rove, if for the official invite, it's the Rove Insiders Facebook group, and the event is in there.
Nice. And the Resi credits are quite funny because I know many people will have them on personal gold cards, Delta Reserve cards,
Yeah.
and other cards. So this would be this splurge opportunity, I would suppose,
I like
because
specifically for a resident.
many have multiple $50 credits, $20 credits, and so on. So people with multiple players, meaning others that they're helping sign up for credit cards with, they could be going and getting $100 worth of food and not paying for it. So I think that's a pretty cool perk for attending the meetup.
Yeah, agreed.
And maybe future ones will be at Hilton resorts, so everybody could use their Aspire credits as well.
Wait, that's smart.
Ooh, the Hilton resort next to a Resi restaurant.
Oh my God, hold on. I'm like, resort list that I keep in my head. Are there any in New York?
And then maybe after 6 p.m. so they could also use those city nights benefits.
I got to tell you, I have a City Prestige, which gives me 5X on all dining all the time. And I was just talking to Angie Sparks over at Word Travel when she brought that up. And I had very happily ignored that. It's the City Strand Elite, right? That does
Yes, the new card. And people may or may not have received forms saying that they had to submit their income or verify their income, and all their accounts may or may not have been locked.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm not, I'm just clutching my City Prestige card just like as hard as I possibly can.
The 5X is pretty strong. I would hold on to that too.
Yeah. Are you kidding? Dining and travel are basically my only categories of spending. So
The monastic lifestyle, as has been referred to on the Milenomics podcast.
it's a hard life, my man.
Yes, especially with all those CVS credits, right?
Yeah.
And supermarket sweeping with all the grocery reward points, the fuel points. So
Now,
fun ways to save a lot of money, as the New York Times readers would compare it to couponing, but I think we've really outclassed the couponers.
that actually, when I was a kid, that was actually my favorite. Extreme couponers. That was like I was like, look, they have the bomb shelter with 90 packets of Tide. And I was like, wow, they're so smart. And then we're doing that times a million for travel.
Yes, and the couponers aren't going to be flying overseas as far as I know. And a few years ago, there were some great grocery promos involving gift cards as well. And I still have a lot of laundry detergent, printer paper, and much more in my storage room. So I got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, you really do. Man, my apartment here in New York is 200 square feet. So now I'm buying like one roll of toilet paper at a time. Doing the opposite of storage. So,
Let's just start. New York traditionally being expensive, right?
yeah, it is.
Any other New York or New Jersey events that you might be hosting or attending in the near future?
Think we don't have anything planned yet for November, but I'll probably put one out there just to try and get a community started. Maybe Jersey. I hear there's some sort of online gambling you can do in Jersey.
Jersey and PA, yes.
Yeah. But Jersey's closer, right? It's just across the way.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And Atlantic City, then not too far away. If you're going to Jersey, then Atlantic City is the logical step. Past podcast guest Decker, I've met him in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, as he took public transit to get there from the Manhattan area. And we went to Atlantic City using free nights with the My Vegas apps, staying at Borgata.
You guys didn't go to the Oceans Casino Resort?
No S. We were joking pre-show about that one. Yep.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to be clear. I wasn't sure.
Yes, no S for sure.
Ocean Casino Resort.
All right, very good. And one more time, where can people find Rove online and engage more with Rove?
So our website is rovemiles.com. We have a very strong Facebook group, Rove Insiders. We're also on Discord. We have the link to that in the Facebook group. If you want to find us on Reddit, we have a subreddit, which is Rove Miles. We have Join Rove, which is our Instagram, and at Rove Miles is TikTok. So we're everywhere. If you just Google it, it's everywhere. Rove Miles. Yeah.
And in the show notes, I have a Rove Miles link. You can sign up using my Rove referral link, and that'll also send you to rovemiles.com and find it there. And where can people find you online?
When I'm not vlogging Rove and how great it is, you can also find me at Just Plain Points, which is PLANE, Just Plain Points. That is my sort of personal brand, my freelancing, which is a lot of what I did before joining Rove. Yeah. At Just Plain Points on Instagram. I have a Facebook. I have a website, all of those sorts of things.
And LinkedIn as well. I recently joined LinkedIn as I've been off the platform for some time, but now I'm back on. They could find you there as well, correct?
Correct.
All right. Anything else to add?
No, I think that's it.
Any upcoming travels for you besides Amsterdam?
I got back from the Maldives last week. And then the next big travel I'm doing is going to be in December, where I'm going to French Polynesia for 12 days. There is an island in French Polynesia called Mopiti, which is next door to Bora, and it's Bora pre-development. So they have no hotels. They just have a handful of guest houses. And there's a villa there that I keep going to, which is $100 a night for a 2-bedroom private beachfront villa. And it booked up really far in advance. So I booked this like a year and a half ago and then forgot about it. And then I remembered and I was like, oh, crap. So I booked my flights. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's very rustic, but it's incredible. It's unspoiled by tourism, which is really nice. Except me, I'm spoiling it, but sorry.
All right. Very good. And then, of course, I have the Willow Grove meetups coming up October 19th and December 21st, 2025. People can RSVP at meetup.com/Philly Miles and Points, and we'll probably have you as a speaker in 2026.
Yeah, I will come as soon as I am humanly able, honestly.
Bring your laptop, bring your gambling gift cards, and have a go at it.
Both cell phones.
Multiple cell phones, always good. Multiple cell phones. The phone army, always welcome. All right, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks.
And thanks everyone for listening. Stay tuned for future episodes. For more content between episodes, follow Hurdy Gurdy Travel Podcast on Facebook and X. Follow Justin Vacula on Instagram. Subscribe to Hurdy Gurdy Travel Podcast on YouTube for daily content, including travel videos, podcast clips, and posts. Find more information, including select episode transcripts, at hurdygurdytravel.com. Search Hurdy Gurdy Travel on subscribestar.com or become a channel member on YouTube to support my efforts, starting at the $5 a month tip jar level. Receive special perks at higher subscriber levels, including private one-on-one conversations about card strategy, creative credit card spending, and asking podcast guests your questions. The website udio.com created the podcast intro and outro music. It's not me singing. AI features of the website Descript helped me edit and improve audio quality. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.
Travel at low cost with points and miles. Credit card rewards bring the smiles. Many adventures, tales to be told. Make and save money, the world will unfold. Fight the war on happiness, pick up the gold. Hurdy Gurdy Travel Podcast breaks the mold.